I'm going to be fishing Tan-y-Bwlch beach tonight. Lovely sunset. It's a bit calm really for Tan-y-Bwlch, but it should be okay. Once it gets dark, it should be right. It's coming down to low water about midnight. And generally I found that this beach fishes better at low, which is odd because it's one of the deepest beaches around here. So at high tide, you're really fishing into quite deep water. And yet it seems to fish better at low, cast out a fair distance, which is odd, but yeah. So anyway, that's what we're doing. Going to be fishing, I think lows about midnight, so 3 or 4 hours time. What I'm really after is a strap, or straps. There's a chance of ray, whiting, dogfish. There's a fair number of huss which have come out to a decent size. I mean, I don't know, if it's a huss, dogfish size huss, it's dogfish in my book, but these you can get 7, 8, 10 pounds huss out of here. So to that end, I'm going to be fishing 2 rods, well obviously 2 rods. I'm going to be fishing both of these fire blades, 14 foot. This is a carbon tip, this is a glass tip, Fathom 15s, 24 pound main line, because the further you go this way, the rougher it gets. And this is just about on the edge where I don't need to use a rotten bottom. Most of the time I can pull out, but you really need quite a strong line to pull through on this section. Or it varies, but I'm hoping to get most of my rigs back. So fishing for huss. I'm going to fish. I'll bring you in and show you the baits actually. Why not? Let's do that. I'm going to be fishing bar rigs because distance is quite important, it seems. I've definitely done better at range, which again seems odd because it's one of the deeper beaches, but there we go. So I'm going to fish bigger mackerel baits on slightly bigger hooks for the huss, and sardine squid or squid blow lug, because actually earlier, well, it was last year, but it feels like earlier in the year, had a conger, I don't know, 15, 18 pounds I'd guess, and I was fishing squid and blow lug in the hope of a codling, in the vain hope of a codling, but it was a nice surprise. So I've got some blow lug, I'm going to use that, but normally I find straps are better on sardine squid, and the magic bait for huss seems to be cuttlefish. That really works well. I'm going to try big mackerel baits, and if that doesn't work I'll use chunks of mackerel and cuttle and see how that goes. I'll probably catch dogfish, maybe whiting, which can be difficult with the bar rigs because basically they run like a bolt rig, and I'm using 7-ounce lead, so if they can't move the weight you won't see a bite, but it's so calm tonight I think there's a pretty good chance I'll see a bite. I'll get set up, show you what I've got rigged up. I've got the squid and lugworm there, which is looking pretty good, quite compact. Other end of the scale we've got half a mackerel, or 2/3 of a small mackerel, so that's obviously not going to go as far. Certainly not my first cast. Well, we're set up, rods are fishing, yeah, there's no weed, bite detection would be really good, so yeah, I'll bring you back when and if something happens. Yeah, I'll drink some tea. That's always good. Well, that didn't take long. I was starting to bait up another rig rather than drink tea, and this rod started going. It looks like, there we go, yeah, dogfish, I'd say. But yeah, I'd say that's on. So I'll turn you around a bit. Oh, maybe not. Or whiting. Maybe it's a whiting, but no, it's nothing big. I don't think there's anything on, which is odd. No. Because it was moving a 7-ounce lead. There we go. I will strap another worm on and put that out because it's, yeah. Well, it's only a few minutes old. Nothing to report really, it's just a beautiful evening. I've seen the carbon tip rod twitch a couple of times and it's hard to tell if it's a wave or not, but then it's not on other waves, so yeah, maybe dogfish knocking the bait, I don't know. Keep blaming it on dogfish because it used to be, you get loads of dogfish here, but I've only had one or two. Yeah, they really have thinned out, or last few times I fished it, which was more over winter, it had really thinned out, so maybe it's not a dogfish. But is that a knock on the glass tip one? It's amazing the difference between the glass and the carbon tip one, because even with a 7-ounce with not much, well, there's no wind and there's no tide to speak of, it's quite hard to get the tip to set because it just keeps, yeah, they'll just pull out. See if that'll hold. Doesn't matter, it just, and I can pretend they're a matching pair, which is obviously important. I'm quite looking forward to some night sessions over the summer because it's just, yeah, dusk just goes on forever. I'm going to wind in the mackerel rod because it's been out a while and I've got another rig to put on. That mackerel is absolutely untouched. I might just cut it open a bit, strap a bit of cuttle on it and put it out again, but for the moment I'll just put on the next rig. And the next rig is this this wrap of squid sardine wrap. It's quite small, but that seems to be what's worked, so that's what I'm using. The smaller rigs are, I think, £70 mono, and the bigger ones are 80 or 100, but they might be 80, but they're a lot thicker. And yeah, bigger strap will bite this off, but it hasn't happened yet. bite on the left-hand rod. Looks very similar. There we go. I'm going to give it a little bit longer, see if it develops since. No, I'll bring it back if anything exciting happens. I just wound in the worm rod, and yeah, that bite dogfish, which did nothing. After that one little pull, it couldn't move a 7-ounce lead again. So yes, and the worm's been stripped, almost like something else has been going at it while the dogfish was hooked. Anyway, it's a fish, I suppose. There we go. So that's the new bait I'm putting out, which is a sardine cuttlefish wrap. So it's a bit of an odd thing to do actually, because like cuttle's such a tough bait and sardine is a soft one. I don't know, normally I'd go squid and something soft and cuttle and mackerel, but there we go. Maybe the fish won't mind. I've been getting little knocks on both rods. Oh, didn't help. Stand in the way. And both rods really, I've swapped them over. This is the carbon tip, that's the glass is on the other side, and I was getting a few knocks on this rod and was about to bring it in, and then by the time I finished faffing with the camera, there was some on the glass tip rod. So yeah, but definitely nothing big, because if it's a huss, you normally get a huge slack line bite, and the straps are just banged away generally. Like, so yeah. Hey, so yeah, that's there. Right, I'll bring that one in. I mean, I think dogfish again is the likely culprit. Whoa. Yeah, I'm into something pretty decent. I guess it's a huss. Yeah, that's pretty big. They do obviously have a tendency to spit it when you... Oh no, it hasn't spat it, has it? I think it... Oh no, it was swimming towards me. Perhaps an eel. That's a shock leader knot. An eel. Yeah, I take it back, it wasn't pretty big, but it was a fish. That's really taking it down. Oh well. And there we go. Well, that's what I was after, so better than a doggy. That's that deep, he might come home for tea, unfortunately. But yeah. There we go. Right. I'm not sure if you'll really be able to pick out the moon there, but if I had my a different hat on, not a fishing video hat on, I'd suggest that the curve of the cloud matches the bay that I'm fishing in. It does look, and maybe you can just see the cliff on the bay there. But yeah, it's a lovely spot. I'm the only person here. I caught the fish I was after, so that's good. I've got a lugworm and squid guts on this rod, and cuttle and sardine on this one. I've seen a few knocks on it, but nothing mad. But then looking at like the, yeah, who knows. But can't complain. Well, I can, obviously. A whiting on the lug and squid guts, which is, yeah, didn't see a bite. Not the best rig if these are about, I have to say. Oh well, could be bait, but I think I've got enough, so I'll put him back. Going to make up a sardine squid wrap because that's what I caught the eel on, and that's what I found to be best. Although, yeah, lug can be good, but if it's just going to get whiting, that's not what I'm after. Well, I fished down to low, and it's coming up a bit. I'll give it another 15 minutes, but it seems ever so quiet. It really is. I have actually lost 2 rigs, and it could be that straps are taking it into cover, and that's it. But I think that might be wishful thinking. Can't really say you spin that as a good sign, really. I'll give it a bit longer, but that might well be it. And yeah, this beach can be difficult. It's like I say, conditions aren't brilliant here because it's not a big tide, and it hasn't been rough recently. So I was quite pleased to get a few fish, but obviously could have been better. We had as a local fishing club, we had a match along here, and there was I think it's the only sea match I've ever fished. I don't know if it was 10, 15 people, no, probably 15 of us all the way along, and everybody blanked. No one caught anything. I mean, it can be that tough here. Although, having said that, I don't know if there's any beaches around here you can guarantee you're going to catch something. But I gave it a go, caught a few fish, and yeah, if I do catch anything amazing, I'll bring you back, but otherwise, that's it. Tan-y-Bwlch Beach, Aberystwyth.